What is up, everybody? CB here. Welcome back to the Texans franchise. We have episode 7 today, and as you can see, I've already done most of the preseason games. I think I'm just going to sim this last game, and we're going to start off with week 1. I use this to sort of test playbooks and some schemes and try and get a better idea of what I want to do for the channel moving forward. I'm still going to be testing in the regular season, because there are still some things that I'm seeing that I might like a little bit more of, a little bit less of, things like that. But as of right now, this is what we have for schemes. Yes, we are back to running GB, the Green Bay playbook. This is what I used last year in the Vikings franchise. I have not done any changes to it outside of the, like in the edit screen of the playbooks. I really just used the base set. We're going to roll with this one for week 1, and we're going to see what I like about it. It's still playing a lot similar. It's still playing very similar to last year, of course, because there was no changes to Green Bay. And I love the run-pass balance. I'm hoping that I can find a playbook that gives me a little bit more of what I really want. But for now, this is what we're going to run in week 1. And yeah, so as you guys know, our quarterbacks are not changing. Davis Mills and Gardner Minshew are the guys. They're going to stay the guys for at least this season. And we're going to roll and see if now with a better playbook and some more weapons, if Davis Mills can take that next step and turn into that quarterback that we want him to be. At running backs, of course, we ended up getting a steal in Jamarian Sweet, who is much better than Dameon Pierce, unfortunately. I'm still going to try to work both of these guys in, because I don't think Pierce got enough opportunity, and I don't want to just take his job away just because the team itself sucked. So we will be seeing more of Pierce, and we'll work Sweet in, and we'll see which one ends up ultimately winning that job. I did bring in 2 other running backs. You guys, I think you guys know about Tyson Williams, but I also just signed Darrington Evans just as a filler. I'm probably going to roll with 4 into the season, and right now, unless something drastic changes, these are going to be the guys that we roll with. We have 2 fullbacks here because I signed Ben Mason in the free agency, but then we ended up landing Colin Harris as one of our just take him and just see what happens picks, and ended up getting a pretty good fullback in Colin Harris. So I think we're going to end up rolling with Harris just because he's younger and he's better, so it makes more sense. We will have to take a little bit of a cap penalty. I jumped the gun and I signed the fullback, but you know, it is what it is. You know, that sometimes you just got to accept you jump the gun and go with the other player. And Colin Harris so far has shown me that he deserves it a little bit more than Ben Mason. We have a lot of receivers, man. A lot of receivers, which is right up my alley. I love me receivers. And I'm still holding true that I want Nico Collins to get more opportunities. So we will, I think what I'm going to do, starting off in week 1, is I'm going to run, obviously, Cooks and Slayton as our number 1 and 2. But I'm going to move Cooks to the slot and allow Collins to play outside in our 3 receiver sets and of course, 4 receiver sets. And then we'll have Mechie, who got hurt already, and Denzel Mims, who's actually having a pretty good preseason. I think he might win the job over Mechie for now, because he's just been balling, man. Just like he did in that last game we watched last season, he's been playing really, really well, and I don't want to bench him. I think he deserves a chance to start, so we're going to roll into the season with those guys. And then, of course, we have Alex Poe, who was our first-round pick. Jason Dahl, who actually ends up playing pretty well. I think he's going to be our kick returner for sure. And we have Jeremiah Donald and then Jalen Camp still on the roster. So going to be some tough decisions here to start things off. But, you know, I mean, this is what we need. We need competition for this team. Obviously, what we had last year was not very good. And then at tight end, of course, we ended up hitting on Leo Walsh as well. 75 overall tight end. I am still very high on Brevin Jordan, and I don't want to just give the job away to Leo Walsh. So we are going to roll into the season with Jordan at the 1 and Walsh at the 2. And, you know, we'll just see who ends up pulling away with that job. I brought in some more veterans on the offensive line because our depth is not very good. Charlie Heck is not very good. So I brought in Eric Fisher at left tackle. And then I brought in, Bobby Evans at right tackle. And they'll probably end up replacing Deculus, I think that's how you say his name, and Heck here once we get out of preseason. The rest of the line is pretty good. Kenyon Green got hurt as well. He's just out for a week. He got hurt in practice. Pearson is going to end up starting. Somebody for a little bit of a sleeper player here who got hurt in preseason, but as I was watching, he actually made a lot of good moves, and that's Garrison Cunningham, the 5'11", 256-pound defensive end. he had some moves to him, man. I'm really excited to see what he brings to the team once he's back from injury. He will definitely be making the active roster, and I think he could end up being a really good fit for us in our rotation while he gets better. And over here, I have battled between Obo and McManus, and I feel like I owe it to McManus to be the starter immediately. He was our top pick. Yes, we didn't end up getting a dev on him. He wasn't anything spectacular overall wise, but he's our first round pick for a reason. We're going to put him on the field and see what he's got. And at least at the very least, we may be able to find out that maybe he's not the guy for us and we whiffed on our first pick. But he will be the starter over Obo until I see absolutely nothing out of him, or maybe he ends up showing out a little bit. At defensive tackle, Ashawn Robinson and Ross Blacklock will be the starters. Malik Collins will not be the starter. And then Eric Broussard is going to be working to replace Robinson as he gets a little bit better in the next year or two. Robinson, of course, just being a bridge player. Still trying to figure out what we're going to do at linebacker, if we have the guys we need, or if we're going to end up having to draft more. I do like Ladarius Grimes. I saw some good stuff out of him in preseason. Obviously not enough to start. Cashman will be the starter. And then Kirksey, of course, along with Christian Harris being our future starter. I'm hoping to get him into some more sub packages this year. And then our new free agent, Dre Greenlaw, will be the starter out the outside. He is the best pass coverage linebacker we have. And I will definitely be cutting Danny Lambert, who was another miss of mine in the draft. I still plan on rolling with Stingley as the starter, so I'm probably going to end up having Stingley and Williams as the starters, and then have Desmond King as our starting nickel. And David Long has won the job as number 4. He played tremendous football in the 2 preseason games I saw. He ended up having a pick 6, a couple of interceptions. Javier Thomas as well. Both of these guys have played really good in the preseason, so we will see who ends up winning that job fully. But right now, I'm leaning on David Long to be that guy, and we'll see if Pride and Irvin can snag a roster spot as all. But I don't believe that Irvin is going to outbeat Pride, so we'll see what happens. We might only carry 5 into the season, depending on where the other positions fall. At safety, this position is all set. I brought in Gerard Wilson just as veteran. I'm not a fan of Pierre Allen. That was another let's just take him and pray kind of player. It did not work out. He'll go to the practice squad, but he did not pan out to what I was hoping he would be. And then, of course, Frank Bonner will be our day 1 starter. And I brought in Tashawn Gibson Sr. as his backup to be a mentor to him. So that's the team. We have ourselves an 80 overall offense and a 76 overall defense. We improved on both sides of the ball this offseason. Let's go ahead and let's sim to the bye week, and let's get this final 53 down so we can go and play these Chargers in week 1. All right. Oh, boy, we had another injury. Are you kidding me right now? Well, Braxton McManus is gone, so all right, 11 weeks. He might end up having to go on IR. Compound foot fracture for Braxton McManus, our top draft pick. Not a good way to start this season. Yeah, just a horrible way to start off, losing our top pick. All right, so now it's time to cut this roster down. Let's go down position to position, because that's how I like to do it. We don't need to do anything here. I am going to cut Ben Mason. There's no point in leaving him on the practice squad. Colin Harris is going to be the guy. He's got hidden dev. We found that one fullback. There's usually 1 or 2 fullbacks in every draft that are pretty good, so there's no point. We're just going to take the hit on him and move on. Jalen Camp, he's just not good enough to be on this active roster, especially with these guys we have, so we're going to move him to the practice squad again, and I will come back to this position. And then I think that it's best for me to keep Enrique Pickens, the undrafted tight end. He's a 69 overall. He's 22 years old. He's 2 overalls lower than Ian Thomas, and Thomas also saves us almost $2 million by cutting him, so let's go ahead and let's do that. We are going to move on from Charlie Heck. I'll find a different player next year to fill in. Eric Fisher will be our guy this year. And then same here with Austin Deculus. I'll hide him on the practice squad and see, maybe he gets a little bit better over the year. And then Bobby Evans will be our guy for this season. And then at defensive end, we're going to be keeping all of these guys. And then this is where it's going to get difficult, because Robinson is obviously our starter. Broussard is the future. Blacklock is the now. Booker is a project. So I really feel like it's time for us to cut ties with Malik Collins. The only issue I have with doing this is if we cut Malik Collins, we're going to end up taking a massive penalty, a $9 million penalty at that. So unfortunately, we're going to have to move Booker to the practice squad and hope that nobody takes him. I really like Booker, but I can't take a $10 million penalty. I just can't do that. That would really mess our cap up. And if you look here, we gain $1 million, but we also incur a penalty of $9 million. I'm not doing that. I can't. So Booker is going to have to go to the practice squad. Hopefully he does not get poached, but this is part of the game. All right, now at outside linebacker, Grimes has to stay. We landed him. He's hidden dev. He was a great find for us. I think that it's time for us to move on from Reeves-Maybin. We take a $2 million penalty, but we also gain 2.25, so it's really not that big of a hit. I sort of foreshadowed us having to cut him, which is why I really made the decision that we cannot cut Malik Collins. We can't be adding $20 million in cap penalty just by some preseason cuts. And then Garrett Wallow, another practice squad player. I think he'll be safe there. Middle linebacker, we drafted Grayson Burks. I don't foresee him staying on the roster, and I see that he'll be safe on the practice squad, so we'll put him there. And then I'm not even going to put Daniel Lambert on the practice squad. We're just going to cut him. There's no point. I don't even care about the penalty of $800,000. And now we have the decision for corners. Obviously, these guys are not going anywhere. Here's the thing. We could keep Troy Pride and have a really, really good number 5. Or we could keep Kyle Irvin and have a project player on the active roster. Now, looking at Irvin's player card here, he's 22. His zone is very bad. Same with his man. His play rec is low. There isn't really anything here that's really high. And his injury is really low too. So I don't even know if we can salvage this player, to be honest with you. I really don't think we can. No, we'll put him on the practice squad. We'll move him to the practice squad and see if he stays there. If he gets taken, he gets taken. That leaves 3 players left to move on from. Pierre Allen, he'll go to practice squad. And oh, yeah, that's right. We already are down to 2 strong safeties. So now it's down to 2 players. And I have a feeling that one of them is going to have to be McManus, not as cutting him, but as put him on IR. I don't know if there's enough spots I can make work here. I don't have a lineman I really want to get rid of. Jeremiah Donald, I think, could end up being a pretty good player for us. He's, if you didn't get a chance to see much of him, because obviously I signed him after the fact. He's 6'1", 176 pounds. He is 23, but he's got really good speed, 94 speed, 94 acceleration. He's got good deep route. He's got good agility. It's just everything else about him sucks. So I would like to keep him. Maybe we put him on the practice squad, and then we put McManus on, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We saw too many injuries on the offensive line last year. I don't want to shorten our depth. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put Jeremiah Donald on the practice squad. Hopefully he stays. If not, there's plenty of other receivers for us to take in the future. We're going to have to put him on IR. It's too hard not to. Yeah, I mean, 11 weeks. I hope that he's able to be returned after those 11 weeks, but I can't hold his roster spot for that long. You know what? No. I don't. Even if we have to get him, we'll get him back in week 10. No, I can't do that. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut the right guard. Jermaine L.U. Muner is another guy brought in as a filler, but we have Sharping here, who will be the backup guard. We have Britt, who is a great option as a reserve center. And then I like our left tackle depth. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut Jermaine, whatever this guy's name is, so we can keep McManus on our roster without putting him on IR. Opening day keys. Let's set our season goals. I don't want to go for make the playoffs. I just don't know if the team is there yet. I'm going to go 7 wins. I know that's really low, but we played really bad last year. And a lot of those were sim wins where you're more likely to win. And we were playing worse when we watched. So we're going to go 7 wins. It's opening day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league. And you'll be facing the Chargers. What's the key to victory? I think with this game, I mean, it's tough. You think about, they have a really good offense and a great defense. Let's do defense. We got to disrupt the pass. Let's go ahead and let's get our weekly strategy done. So this week we have the Chargers And obviously they like to pass the ball. They're pretty good at it. Justin Herbert is pretty good. They have some great receivers. So I think what we're gonna do, they do call a lot of run plays. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick to inside run. Austin Eckler is a very underrated running back, I think. So we're gonna stick to that. And then on the offensive side of the ball, let's try throw it short. We're gonna go throw it short and see if we can get our passing game going a little bit and help Davis Mills out a little bit. And then here for our weekly goals on offense, I think we want to try, our goal should be getting 15 first downs. I don't think we're going to get 400 yards. So let's be a little bit more realistic. Let's go 300. Defensively, allow 24 points or less. And then weekly game plan, I don't want to put sack the quarterback because we just lost McManus. I'm not sure what our situation is like there yet. I am confident in our secondary. So let's go for get 1 interception. And then for focus players, I'm going to keep Christian Harris and Brevin Jordan here. And then I think I'm going to let's do Nico Collins. I really want to try and get him built up a little bit more. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get our training started. All right, so luckily Max Sharping is the only offensive injury as our reserve guard. Unfortunate though. And then we know Cunningham is already out with his shoulder injury. And now Christian Harris is out with a dislocated wrist. Man, okay. Practice injuries hitting a little bit harder this Madden. Can't really hate it too much. I'm not going to look at players ready to negotiate yet. I don't even know what this team's going to look like. I say let's just go ahead, let's get to this game, and let's get our first look at this new Texans team. Old Mill's first chance for us to see him this year. And, you know, this is sort of his make or break it year for us, I believe. He is 73 overall. We know that he's got some decent tools, but can he put it together this year? So neither offense can get things going on the first drive of their game. Let's see what we can do here on our second attempt. Quick throw outside. Brevin Jordan makes the catch, and he's out to midfield. Nice quick throw on the quick out route. Just a little decision route there against zone coverage. The linebacker sits, so Jordan takes off outside, and Mills finds him right away. Excellent job there. We'll stay in the shotgun. 3 split out to the left. Cooks on the farthest to the inside. And it's going to be a handoff to Pierce, and Pierce trying to get through the first lane of traffic, but he cannot. Gain of 2. Now offset eye for Sweet at the 48, and we will stay on the ground. Sweet running over 1, trying to get past the second. He'll have the same problem as Pierce, only getting 2 yards. Leaves us 3rd and 6. Really wish we could get ourselves some better, field position on second down. We're going to go delayed handoff, which I don't know why we call that, but it does not work, and another punt is coming. Oh, God, we're trying this. Oh, my gosh. I keep forgetting they never fixed this. I keep praying that it's going to get fixed, and it never does. Madden, please, for the love of God, would you fix the field goal kicking? Please. Please. Fix the field goal kicking. All right, well, now LA's got great field position thanks to the awesome mechanics of Madden 23. And they're going to sort of come out in the same setup. A handoff to Allen, this time on the end around, who runs over Frank Bonner on his way to the 42 and a gain of 7. Nice pickup. Now go on the ground to Eckler, and Kirksey is there along with Greenlaw. A loss on the play. A loss of 2 yards. Now 3rd and 5, empty set for Herbert. Quick throw over the middle, caught, first down. It was Gerald Everett on the play, just a quick stick route there, and he makes the catch in traffic against the linebacker. Fresh set of downs for LA, and now they're going to go back, halfback stretch to the left side. Eckler trying to spin off of a ghost, it looked like, and he gets brought down after just a yard. Defense doing a great job up front of holding them in the run game. They've been doing the same to us as well, though. Herbert throwing it. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Jonathan Grenard, first sack of the season, and it's going to push him all the way back to the 42. He came screaming off of that left side, or the right side, yes. And it was actually Eckler who sort of interfered with the right tackle's ability to catch him, and he took full advantage of it. But we know that Herbert and this offense can strike and strike downfield. We got to keep with our due diligence here on this third down, and we will force an early throw, and it is somehow caught by Palmer. I don't know how he came down with that thing, and he just tripped over a camera, and it looks like his feet are down. What an unfortunate way to give up a first. Man, those plays right there are just deflating. They are just deflating. It doesn't matter who you are. Herbert, short throw, caught Everett. Give him a little extra shove there down to the ground. 2nd and 4. It was Greenlaw on the stop. Herbert going to keep through the air. Finds Palmer once again. Flag down. I think they're going to get it on King. A little bit of a tussle there. No, it's holding. I thought they were going to call DPI, but no, it's going to be holding on Titus Howard, our former right tackle. And now pushed all the way back to the 19, 2nd and 14. Got to be weary of those sideline routes. Herbert going for it again, and oh man, Stingley tries to jump the route, mistimes it, and the catch is made. 3rd and 4. 2:40 to go in this first. This quarter has gone by very quickly. Herbert scanning, fires over the middle, and it is caught by Eckler over the head of Greenlaw for the touchdown. Eckler, one of the best receiving backs in the game, showing why right there with a beautiful route and a great catch in traffic. All right, hopefully third time's a charm for us. Mills coming back out. The first drive, I sort of liked the play selection. It just seemed like we ran out of luck. But the last drive, I really did not like the play selection. We ran it on 3rd and medium. Did not like that. We're going to run it here again. It's Pierce, and this time he gets a big lane up the middle across the 40 to the 43. Big run there. Those are the runs that we need to see. And I say that, I'm not saying that I don't like running, but there are certain situations where you just don't run the ball. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 is probably one of them. Mills got pressure. He gets rid of it quickly. Denzel Mims with the catch out to midfield. Beautiful job by Mills, sensing the pressure, moving away from it, and then finding a target in the flats for a positive play. Now 2nd and 3. Collins in motion. Fake it to him. Hand off to Sweet. Sweet breaking off of one and dragging another for a first down. Offense is actually playing pretty well on this drive. Let's see if it continues. 1st and 10 now in LA territory. Jordan in motion, and it's another run to Sweet, who's got a huge lane up the middle and a flag thrown, and I have a feeling it's going to come back. Yep. Man. Such a big play, and it's ruined by James Pearson, the rookie center. And now Jenkins is hurt. 1st and 16. Bobby Evans is going to have to check in to play for him. Mills right away under pressure. He's got to throw it away, and he goes in the dirt. Such a promising drive. Just destroyed by that holding penalty. 2nd and 16, handoff, and yep, now there's no blocking being done. Yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, when you have those holding penalties happen, it just pretty much just destroys any good thing you've done. Oh, big play there, and there's Nico Collins, and he's gone! Never mind what I said! No momentum lost there. Nico Collins just bagged the corner for a touchdown. What a play by the 3rd-year receiver. Davis put it up. It's a one-on-one situation. The corner never even sees him. Just a little bit of that Madden fun going our way, and Collins is going to score our first touchdown of the season. Now 2nd and 9. And it's another handoff, Eckler, and again, oh, we forced a fumble, and we got it! Obo picks it up! Obo gonna go all the way for a touchdown! Are you kidding me? Eckler got stood up in the backfield. Kirksey came in, laid the boom, and then Obo did a somersault over the top to get the fumble, picks it up, and then outruns the defense. Herbert had a shot at him. He gets tripped up by his own lineman, and Obo is going to go all the way for a touchdown, defensive touchdown, number 1 here in this first game of the season, and now we're going to take a 14-7 lead. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you guys are lucky that I have a noise like a cancel, like a suppressor on my mic, because I was loud on that play right there. Let me tell you. On OBS, you can like cap it to where it can't go over a certain decibel point, and I have mine on there because my voice is loud. And Herbert back to throw on 2nd down, and this time he finds the veteran Keenan Allen all the way out to the 35-yard line. Great job working against the corner. I think it was Stingley, and he just gets that inside leverage on him, and Herbert puts it on a rope. Yeah, it was Stingley. Stingley looking rough so far today, but you know, this, like I said, he's still in that growth area where he is still coming into his own here in the NFL, and he's going up against a really good receiving core today. So I'm not going to hold it against him too much. 1st and 10. Herbert back, pressure coming, he gets rid of it quickly. Mike Williams has to fall to make the catch. It'll be a gain of 2. Quick throw outside, bobbled, and then still caught by Mike Williams. He made the mistake. He didn't haul it in. He didn't look the ball in, but he still made up for it. Regains his concentration and makes the catch and moves the chains for LA. That could have been a big play for us if he had dropped that, but unfortunately we do not get the ball to go our way that time. 1st down. Allen in motion, and they're going to hand it off to Allen around the outside, breaking free from Kirksey, still fighting his way down to the 43. A great pickup of 6 yards. Did not see Allen with the power there. That caught me off guard. Handoff, Eckler. Oh, and Eckler almost gets brought down by the rookie Broussard, but it ended up being Obo having to come in and play. No, that wasn't Obo. Who was that? Who's 54? Is that Davian Taylor? We have some backups playing right now. Because Broussard tried to bring him down. It didn't work. I didn't even catch who that person was. Wow, that's crazy. 3rd and 4. Oh, and a false start. Obo knows already. He's like, yeah, that's false start. Move him back. And for you guys who might not have watched the episode I talked about it, I am fully aware that Obo has a full name, but I am horrible at saying it, so he is Obo from here on out. 3rd and 9. Herbert, under pressure, he has to get rid of it. He does, and Eckler still breaks free, and he's out of bounds at the 36. That is something, that was Allen. That is something that I really hope EA sort of patches, because it seems as if every one-on-one tackle, the ball carrier just breaks free, and that is not realistic. You know, like, I get it sometimes, depending on the player, but that is not something that should be happening every single time a player gets into an animation. And I felt that was going to happen. When they said they were bringing back the minigame, I was like, you know, I feel like this is going to end up being a problem. And sure enough, it is already OP, and it really ruins the game, because that should have been a stop, you know? Short throw, like right there. You know, that's what the last play should have looked like. 2nd and 7. And I get it. It's not every play. It's not every time. But it does seem to be a lot. And it's with players that really aren't known for that. Like, when have you ever known Keenan Allen to literally stiff-arm somebody's, like, face into the ground and break free in, like, a power back style play? Like, that's just not his game. Herbert scanning a wide-open receiver. It's Everett down to the 15. Markham at the 13, and the Chargers are once again moving. That defensive touchdown really, really helped us, because we know that this defense is going to have a tough day today against this Chargers offense. Any points are welcomed. Herbert's got all day going to the end zone, a wide open Keenan Allen, and that is going to be an LA touchdown. That's what Allen's known for right there. I don't know why there was 2 guys underneath covering the one player, but somebody definitely blew that assignment. There was nobody in that area. Offense coming back out. We had, of course, 2 drives ago, that big play. Actually, it was our last drive. It just seems like it was a long time ago, because LA had a long drive, and then, of course, we had that defensive touchdown. But last time out, we had that big touchdown to Nico. What can we do on this one? Absolutely called the worst play in Madden. Yeah, I absolutely hate these pitch plays. They never work. Madden claims that they fixed that this year when they did their launch update, and they didn't. I mean, look at that. Just horrible blocking assignments by not only the linemen, but by both the linemen, and then the D lineman is just literally unstoppable in that situation. So I still hate that play. Oh, free blitzer, and that was just a good play defensively. Just a little bit delayed to get away from the lineman selling the pass play. And he rushed in there, forced a bad one. Mills now has got to come up with a big play. He's taking a shot, and he's got Brandon Cooks for the 1st down. Great throw by Davis Mills. Cooks, the veteran, coming through in the clutch. And we will move the chains. I got to be honest, guys. I did not think that we were going to get that conversion, especially after those first 2 plays. But Mills stands tall in the pocket. He feels the pressure, delivers it on a rope to Brandon Cooks, and we get ourselves another 1st down. Mills is excited. He should be. We just need to see more of that consistency. You know, we'll see him have some errant plays and then all of a sudden one big shot. We need some consistency. And a nice play by the defensive line there. Khalil Mack throwing sweet back. And his day started good, but thanks to the last couple of plays, his rushing average has been horrible. Another throw over the middle. It's Slayton with his first catch as a Texan, and he'll move the chains across midfield. Or is that across the 45? Well, right at midfield, we'll say. Not across midfield, but either way. First down for us. Hand it off to Dameon Pierce, and Pierce just juking ghosts out there, and he'll end up only getting a yard because of it. Not sure what he saw there to cause the juke. Maybe we need to check his eyesight. We'll go right back to him, and he'll fight forward for a few. But here we are again in a bad situation. Now, I have a feeling that if the running doesn't work on first down, you probably shouldn't run again on second down to just make your third down that much harder. But that's just me. And Mills taking another shot to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Double-teamed Nico that time. All right, 3rd and 8. We spent our first timeout. I guess we're a little confident that we can get the stop here. Herbert on, and we will. A big play up the middle by Blacklock. The sack on Justin Herbert, and we will get the stop we were looking for. 41 seconds, 1 timeout. Davis Mills coming back out here after, I would say, a 50-50 drive. There was some good things we did. There was some things I wish we'd have done differently. And not really saying that any of that was Davis Mills' fault. Just, you know, he's a quarterback. He's got to take those plays. Now Mills over the middle. He's going to find Pierce. Short throw, get the drive going, but we really don't have time for that. And now we're going to call our last timeout. That was a dumb decision. I feel like we could have hurried to the line, snapped it one more time, got a playoff, and then used the timeout. But okay. Mills under pressure. Oh, he chucks it up in the air, and oh my God, it's caught. Slayton catches it. Are we going to have? No, we won't have enough time. Unfortunate way to end the half. And here we go. LA coming out on offense to open up the second half. Still tied up at 14. They're going to hand it off to Eckler, trying to get outside. He somehow gets away from all of the red jerseys, and he's going to take off for 15 yards. How did that even happen? And Herbert back underneath route to Mike Williams. That's money. It's been money for them all day. You'll get a gain of 9 out of it. 17 of 19. He has been tough to stop today. Oh, throws it outside. A dangerous throw, but he puts it on the money. Greenlaw cannot get out there to defend it, and they'll get the first down. Once again, moving down the field. Herbert gonna throw it again, and another completion. 19th completion of the day, still not over 200 yards. They have definitely had to do more dinking and dunking against us, which is good. Play action. Over the middle again. They're just spamming this. Straight up just spamming crossing routes right now. What is this, Madden 22? My gosh. I mean, do you have any other play to call? And it's literally every play this drive has been that. Or then a check down. There we go. Nice play by, I think that was Cashman. Herbert. Another crossing route. It's almost unfair. There's nobody covering the crossing routes. Jeez Louise. 3rd and 1. Let me guess. They're going to run a crossing route? Oh, they're going to run it. And Eckler just doesn't, nobody tackled him. He literally ran past 4 red jerseys and not a soul tried to tackle him. Amazing stuff there on the defense. Let's see here. Let's look. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Finally on the 4th guy, they bring him down. Yeah, definitely. This team really does need some work. It's apparent. We gotta get this guy some XP. Hand off Eckler. That time we stay home and we get the stop. Gain of 1. Big formation here on 2nd and 9. Hand off to Eckler again, and Kirksey meets him right in the hole for a nice stop. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. And this bunch formation, once again, we got to watch these underneath routes. They have been killing us all drive with it. And there it goes again, another one, but this time we'll stop them short of the first, and we will force a field goal. All right, here we go. First down. We are now down by 3. What do we have in store for this drive? Cooks is in motion. We're going to go for the throw. A quick throw outside. Jordan makes the catch, and he's got a first. That was sort of a dangerous pass. He put it underneath the far corner. Oh, Jordan's frozen. but he put it underneath the far corner, above the bottom defender, and to the left of the other defender. It was like 3 defenders, all in that, 4 defenders in that area, and he put it perfectly, only where Brevin Jordan could get it. One of those confidence builders. Let's see if Mills can find some more rhythm after that pass. First down, handoff to Sweet, breaks off of 1 and falls forward to the 37. So far, my expectations for the run game have been not very, have not lived up to my expectations, I should say. Underneath route to Cooks, he'll get it and he'll get the first. But our passing game has been much better, much more consistent. I just really want our ground game to work. I feel like Sweet is a superstar in the making. Slayton in motion now. And we're going to throw it again. Same play from before, opposite side. We're going to go underneath this time to Slayton on the little hook route. And it'll be a short gain of 5. 3 catches, 50 yards for him in his debut. Mills, oh, blitz coming. We get rid of it, and it's caught. Nico Collins with a beautiful catch in traffic, and he'll get the first. Only his 2nd catch of the day, the first, of course, being that huge touchdown. I love what Nico Collins can do, though. I like this guy a lot. Mills, quick throw outside to Sweet, breaks off of 1. There we go. Still on his feet, down to the 31-yard line. Now Pierce checks in. What can we do here? Mills looking, lets it go over the middle. Yeah, give him some of the crossing routes there. Cooks with one of his own. We can throw those too, and we can get yards from it. 2nd and 5. Here we go, that same pass play again. Mills under pressure. He's going to throw it deep down the field, and he just throws it away. You run that play 3 times on the same drive, and they're going to start catching on to it. Now Mills outside. Nice sideline throw, and it looks like it's caught. Was that Slayton again? It was Darius Slayton on the sideline with the toe drag swag to get us the first down. Now inside the red zone, really for the first time today. Mills, drop back, dumps it off underneath the Brandon Cooks, and he'll get it down to the 10. And there's an injured player. It's Nico Collins. Oh, man. Collins is going to the locker room. I don't know if he's going to be coming back. 2nd and 2. A nice throw to Cooks, and Cooks is stopped. Really thought he might stretch out there, but he couldn't get it done. And now we're going to go in the goal line formation. We have 3 tight ends. Sweet lined up in the I formation behind the rookie Colin Harris. And no dice there. We'll end up losing a couple of yards, it looks like. And we're going to stay in that formation. I really don't like this. 2nd and goal does not work well. Colin Harris trying to reach forward. He'll get the 2 yards back. We lost. And now we're going to spread things out on 3rd down. 3 receivers split out. Jordan still lined up at tight end. Davis going to the right side. He's got Jordan for the touchdown, and we'll retake this lead. The first down run brought us to the end of the 3rd quarter, and now they'll stay in this single back look for the start of the 4th. This time they're going to throw out of it. Herbert dumps it off. He's got Mike Williams, who once again breaks free and gets his way out of bounds to the 38-yard line. I got to find a way to try to limit the completions here, because it's just that robotic quarterback play again. There we go, finally an incompletion. It's like the first one I've seen in a while, aside from a throwaway. Offset eye for Eckler. Herbert's going to keep it himself. And once again goes to the sideline, and Eckler gets hit pretty hard by Greenlaw, and he'll get himself up to the 47, setting up 3rd and 1. Bunch set for LA. And he's going to go underneath for the 87th time today, and I think we might have also roughed the passer there, so we're just giving them all the yards. Yep. Perfect. That's what we needed right there. Obo again made the huge play in the 1st quarter and then comes back and makes a very bad play here in the 4th. Herbert, fresh set of downs, all the way down into the 23. Make that inside the red zone after that short play there. And they're going to give it to Eckler, who does a beautiful job cutting back to the left side, breaking through tackles, and he's down to the 1. A huge run from Austin Eckler, the best one of the day. The play was designed to the right. He cuts it back to the left, and there was just a huge gap there for him to cut through, and it almost gets him to the end zone. And they're not going to play around with this goal line stuff. They're going to go right to shotgun with Herbert. They know where their strengths are. Oh, no, they trick us with the run, and it works. Touchdown, Austin Eckler. It took them 2 plays to move like 40 yards. Defense is, I guess, running out of gas a little bit. As Cashman crashes outside, they get us in man coverage there, and our guys couldn't keep up. Little slant route work. 7 for 82 for Keenan Allen. Of course, the touchdown we've seen earlier. Now Mike Williams in motion. Fake it to him, give it to Eckler, and once again, the entire line was pushed back about 5 yards. I mean, for crying out loud, you guys could at least fall down in that scenario so not let them keep pushing you back for more yards. Eckler didn't even have contact until 5 yards downfield. And now Herbert's going to keep it, and he's lucky that we didn't take his head off there. I'm a little upset that Williams didn't lay the boomstick, because that could have been a fumble and a huge turn of events for us. Herbert underneath to Eckler, pauses for a second, and he'll get down to the 12. The 30 for 33, that's just not realistic. You know, it really is not. There's got to be more incompletions from the quarterback. Throw it to the end zone, and that is thrown a little too late. Every time I make a comment about the completion percentage, Herbert throws 1 incompletion just to shut me up. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. Big play here, and we get the stop. That was a huge play from the defense. With a chance to go up by 6, they take the shot to put us out of our misery, and the defense steps up to the plate. Now it's on Davis Mills to drive us down this field. We need to go, 83 yards, 87 yards. Quick throw over the middle to Jordan, and he'll get it out to the 25. Nice play on our first play. Looking for a little bit more shotgun on this drive. We're not seeing it yet. Mills, he's got time, but he's got to throw it. You got to throw it, Mills. You got to throw the ball. Finally does, and he's got a man coming back to the football. All of that for a gain of 9. Wow, 2nd and 1. And we're going to go handoff to Sweet. Around the corner, he gets the first. Even though the production was not there today, you can see the spark in both Pierce and Sweet, really, when you're watching him run. Mills got to throw it. He finally does, and it just throws it away. Just under 5 minutes to go. Mills, he's going to air this thing out to Slayton, and he had a chance at it, but he couldn't hold on. Not sure I like that decision there. Really don't like that decision. Got to let that play develop a little bit more. And he's going to go right back to it. And this time Slayton catches it. 1-on-1 for Darius Slayton, and he just goes up and bags it. 2 plays in a row, and that corner was none the wiser. And that time he put it out there just a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, so that safety couldn't come over the top fast enough. And Slayton able to take advantage of that one-on-one coverage. Big play there for us. 1st down, handoff to Sweet, and he gets met immediately. Hooks in motion. Fake it to him, hand it off to Sweet. And I don't know what 64 was doing. I think that's Nate Davis. You sort of got to block that guy. That's a trap play. You're supposed to block the guy that comes through. 3rd and 8 now. Mills, he's going to heave this thing deep. I don't know why he's taking all these shots, but that was a bad decision, and now we're going to punt it. So if we can do a big play here, get the stop, only use 1 timeout, we'll give ourselves a lot of time. Oh, they're going to throw it. And Herbert's going to go for the kill shot. He's got Mike Williams wide open out to midfield. Wow, that is some gutsy play calling from LA, and you really can't even be mad at it. We expected the short pass or the short run. What do? They take a money play to Mike Williams up the sideline, and that right there could have just ended the game. 2nd and 9, and now because of that, we have to be weary of that. We can't commit to the run. You know, we do on that play though. Kirksey does a great job of staying home. We'll use our 2nd timeout, but you know, with knowing that they will take those shots. Now here on 3rd down, we almost have to stay back. We can't keep everybody up front to prevent the run. So that was a very smart decision. Herbert over the middle, and he's got a man wide open. We're not even covering him anymore, and that's going to end the game. Well, you know, I think that this game went a lot better than I anticipated. Obviously, going into this rebuild, I knew this was going to be a much longer than one off-season rebuild. And while we got a lot of new pieces here, the pieces that we brought in are not superstar players. The best one, of course, being Jenkins, but, you know, it wasn't like we brought in a bunch of high-profile guys. So I knew that this was going to be a longer rebuild, but I think that this game went very well, actually. We did a lot of good things. The defense showed a lot. Davis Mills definitely stepped up from last year. So we will at least take some positives away from this as we move on to week 2. But for this game, we will end up losing. Just could not handle Justin Herbert. Gotta respect the game plan called by the Chargers, as they knew exactly when to take their shots. The Battle Reds were not good luck for us in this one. So we end up getting quite a bit of upgrades from that game. First is David Long, the corner. Let's see what he's got here. Man and zone is tied, so I think we'll go with our scheme fit of man. There we go. He'll get 2 to man, 1 to awareness, 1 to play rec. That'll bring him... Okay, man is not even tied with zone. That's interesting. Maybe the press is what's got him? Probably. But man now pretty close at 74. Ross Blacklock, he will get an upgrade. We're going to go run stopper for him. I think Blacklock had a pretty good game himself. Brevin Jordan, he will get one. Good to see that. We're going to go possession for him. 3 awareness, break tackle, catching, impact, and short route. And then last but not least is Max Sharping. Backup left guard. We're going to go agile, try to keep that, you know, try to keep that level. Okay, there we go. That is it. That is pretty much everything for this one. I think what we're going to do next video, we're going to get our scouts figured out. We're going to take a better look at the draft class. I wanted to this video, but because I did the preseason first week sort of hybrid mix, I didn't want to make this video too long. So we'll do that next video. We'll do the draft preview. We'll get our scouts in order, and then we'll see if we're playing the Falcons or if we're going to sim to the Panthers or whatever we're going to do. But as for this one, that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that bell notification on so you know when I post more of this content. And I'll see you guys next time.